Here we have the single leg RDL using a slider. So we're using a carpet slider in this situation. You can also just use a towel on a tile or hardwood floor, or even a thick sock will do the trick. This is similar to our single leg RDL with airplane arms, except in this version, the back leg's not actually leaving the floor. So we're still creating a tightness through the back leg, a tightness through the core. On my stance leg, the leg the plant leg that's not on the slider, I still want to pull that hip back. So I still want that feeling that I'm pulling the hip back, but having the leg that's floating on a slider eliminates the balance demand. So I can work on creating that hinge, trying to center my body weight over top of the stance leg, pulling that hip back, feeling some tension in the hamstring and the glute. But because I'm pulling back into that and that leg's not on the floor, it's just kind of moving with the slider, the balance should be a lot easier, and it's a nice way to practice. I also think as you pull back up and you kind of engage that hip to extend and stand tall, it almost creates an easier feeling of creating that hip extension, that feeling of standing tall. It's a little bit easier to kind of feel that pull back, if you will, using the slider than it does over air, where I think we just sometimes just kind of stand up through our quads and our back. But because I have to stay connected to the slider, it really forces me to use my stance leg to initiate that motion. So this is a nice place to start for that, working on that hip hinge and the single leg RDL. This is a nice transitional drill. All right, so give this one a go. I think you'll like it. If you're having trouble finding it, don't worry too much. You can always switch to just try the regular RDL using like a hand balance, use a stick or use the wall as a hand balance. That's another way to do an RDL with the single leg RDL where the leg flies. You can use a balance technique that way as well. So again, just a nice transitional drill to practice. See if you like it.